Welcome to my Hebrew channel, Mila Baraika. Today I'm looking at Ger. This is a stranger, resident alien, somebody who's living in another nation, another country. And in fact, the Jewish people were considered, people of Israel, were considered a Ger among the Egyptians, and that was the case. It started well with the Pharaoh that liked the people, but it ended badly with a Pharaoh that didn't like them and wanted to enslave them. So being a stranger or being a resident alien has its dangers, has its troubles. So, but here we have Ger Anochi Ba'aretz. Okay, I am a stranger on the earth. Okay, Anochi is the longer form of the first person pronoun. Anochi Ger, I am a stranger Ba'aretz on this earth. So this is from Psalm 119. We'll get to that. That's why I have this one as a title for my meditation today. Start in Exodus 18, verse 2, with a very small minor sequence of what happened there, but it did happen, of course. So, Vayikach Yitro Hoten Moshe Et Sifra Eshet Moshe Ahar Shil Lucheha Shiluchecha Vayikach. This is the Lamed here has been assimilated. So in this place you have the yod here. Then he took, and this is took in. Okay, he took Yitro. Now Yitro is the subject of this verb here. Yitro, Jethro, took uh, uh, Sifra. Okay, this is direct object marker. This is one that received the action then of this being taken. So Yekach, Yitro, Hoten. This is the father-in-law. Hoten, Moshe of Moses. Et Sifra, this is Sifra, the wife of Moses. Okay, you have Eshet Moshe right here. And I'm just sitting this morning, all the pigeons out on the street are cooing. And so Sifra is the sound that birds make. So actually, Sifra means bird in Hebrew. That's the name of this personage here, Sifra. So it's Sifra, very great lady. We studied her history. Even had the ability to circumcise these children here. And then earlier, read the Exodus, you'll pick that up a little bit earlier in this particular sequence. Et Sifra Eshet Moshe Aher Shillucheha, after he had sent her away. So he sent her back to Yitro, that's her back to her own father, back to her own family. And this was at a time when it was dangerous to be facing up to Pharaoh. Pharaoh was out and ready to chop people's heads off, so or throw people in the river, whatever. Yeah, it was a time of danger, and so to have Sifra, the children, the two boys, in safety, he sent them back to her father. ואת שני בניה אשר שם האחד גרשום, כי אמר גר הייתי בארץ נוכריה. So, and then also, direct object marker, he also sent this person here, Shadeh, the two, Benaha, the two sons of her. Okay, this is feminine ending here of this particular word right here, Benaha, sons of her, Asher, which, who, Shem, name, I had of the one, Gershom. Gershom is here, Gershom. Kiamar, for he said, Ger, stranger, Hayiti, I was, or I am, Ba'aretz, in the land of Nochria, of a foreign land, of an other land, Nochria. It's an entirely different name from Ger. What we have here is Gershom, of course, is the name that's been applied to this boy. And it's a combination of Ger, which is stranger, or like I said, resident alien, or somebody who's staying a long term or staying for a while. Ger. Incidentally, I find this in Ruth. They were over in Moab as resident alien, Elimelech and Naomi. But it's a combination of Ger and Shem. Okay, Gershom. Shem is Shem here's name. Can also be Sham there, or it's his reputation as well. Okay, so those are all things that come from Shem here. And so you combine Ger and Shem here, you have Gershom. Okay, so Ger is a stranger, of place, of name. Gershom would be Gershom over there, or Gershom, his name, whatever. It ends up being this person. When the locals would hear this name, oh, that's the stranger, that's the resident alien, that's the person who is living here, but really exactly doesn't belong here, doesn't hold citizenship to this place. So he's here, but he's really moving on. He will be going back to his own country sometime and so forth. So Gershom. So that was the name of the one boy. The other one also had an interesting name, Beshem Haihad Eliezer Ki Elohe Avi Be'ezri. Okay, we'll stop right here. Beshem Ehad, in the name of the other one, Eliezer. This is God. So it's Eli, my God. Yesar helps. Okay, Yesar. You find that Eben Ezer. Okay, this is Ayin Shin. Ayin Zayin Resh is to help. Okay, Ezre. So because God helps, Ki Elohe. Okay, this is the longer form than construct form. That's a plural construct, but it's singular meaning here. Ki Elohe, God of Avi, my father. This would be is the previous all of us descent all of the dynasties is coming from. Okay, Avi, my father. Be'ezer has helped me. Okay, Bezri, Bezri in helping me. Okay, so there it is. This is so you have the Ein Zayin Resh, Ein Zayin Resh. So this is God helps, and this is in helping me. So that's where these the name comes from. God is helping me. Yeah, she Laney, because he has delivered me. This is then the object or the person that does this is God here. Yashaleni, he has delivered me. Meharev, from the sword. Nice segolate here with a milel accent on it here. Mehareini, Meharev, Pharaoh, okay, Pharaoh. So that's the sword of Pharaoh. So it's Meh from Erev, sword, Pharaoh from the sword of Pharaoh. And this was rescue then, part of God for Moses, and he remembered this by naming his son, or giving the son his name. My God has helped me, or helps me. Psalm 119, 19, Ger Hanochi Ba'aretz Al Tishter Mimeni Mishvotecha. Okay? So a stranger, resident alien, I am, Aretz, in the land, on the earth. Okay, Ba'aretz. And so you see a commissary, you see a strengthening of the from Segolta comments here from the Adna here. So Ba'aretz, very common for this word, by the way. I'd say more than half the time this word is always strengthened. Al tishter, as the no, yeah, this is a prohibitive negative negation here. Do not tishter hide mimeni, from me. Mishvotecha. This looks like a full holem, but I'm going to take it as a vowel holem. So mishvotecha. So your commandments from me. And we find a few places in the New Testament this reference to being showing hospitality to strangers, and so it's hey Philadelphia. Wow, that's now you know exactly where the city of Philadelphia came from. It came right out of Hebrews 3 verse 1, 13 verse 1. Philadelphia, okay. Brotherly love. Vimente, that's continue on. And then so don't forget to show hospitality. Okay, me epi lanthanthe, filio sanius, that's hospitality, that is loving for strangers. Okay, love for strangers. Diatautos gar elaton tines zines tes angelos, because some have then entertained angelos, angels, without even knowing it. Surprise. Person looks like a normal person, might even be a street person or so, but angels can appear in certain very interesting ways. So um, don't forget to show brotherly love to strangers. Okay. Very huge contrast with what's happening in some places in this world. and you go, oh boy, I really should look to the scriptures and live this because it's a much better way to go. And in First Peter, now this is we have to think of ourselves as strangers. Okay? We are strangers on this earth, and as such, uh, in other words, we think of others as strangers, but just take a good look in the mirror. You yourself are a stranger on this earth. Just be upfront about it. And so here in Peter, the exhortation comes here, the instruction comes. Beloved, I urge you as strangers, O ger, okay, and exiles, to abstain from the passions of the flesh. Don't connect with what's happening in this world, which wage war against your soul. Okay, all of those passions, everything that Jeffrey Epstein's been offering. Whoa, watch out. Keep your conduct among the nations honorable, so that when they speak against you as evildoers, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day of visitation. In other words, you're living among the nations. Those people are taking a good look at you. They're making all kinds of gossip about you, but they will eventually see your good deeds and they will glorify God, and they will come to realize your motivations. You are doing what you're doing because you love God, you love your neighbor. They'll see those good deeds, they'll glorify God on the day of visitation. That's the day of judgment. Boom. When the end comes and everybody has to lay all their cards on the table and go, whoa, hey, what's going on? And at that point in time, the nations will say, yeah, these people most certainly were honorable. These people were kind to their neighbors. They were helpful. They loved their neighbors. They loved their families, and they did some great deeds. And they did so because God was working in their hearts. So make that reality in your life and serve the Lord and be upfront about what your motivations are, and treat well the stranger that is among you, because the way you treat your stranger is the way that God considers what your heart is, and sometimes God is directly inside of that stranger. So God bless, and God be with you in this day. Until the next time.